Hey guys, real quick. Thought that I had OBS set to record with my headset microphone, and it didn't. So this is gonna sound like I'm talking through a tin can. I'd record again, but I don't feel very good. So, um, yeah. Anyways, sorry.
Hey guys, Darkovika here, and I just wanted to do a very brief update video. I had planned to do a lot of recording this weekend because I missed last week in terms of uploads, and unfortunately, I don't know if it's allergies or if it's related to something else, but I'm a mess right now. Um, in other words, or in other news, I did actually finally. I talked about this in a different video a little while ago. I was making a text-based adventure game in a system, or I guess you could technically call this an IDE called Choice or Choice Script. And the game itself is called Trust Me, Obey Me. At least for right now, it is not sexual. Just gonna put that out there. The reason that it is called this is because of the two most important stats. I don't know what to label this right now. That'll probably change. But the two most important stats are trust and obedience. So, look, it's named this because it's perfect and it works and it fits. But my God, a lot of people come into this thinking it's BDSM. It's not. The game, or the story game, it is a text-based adventure with a lot of decisions that you can make. A lot of them are shallow decisions based around your personality, which revolves around these 6 personality traits. And then as you make decisions, this will change. In the first 2 chapters, this doesn't show much of an impact on your gameplay, but in following chapters, you begin to see a difference with how your character reacts and decisions that they make, sometimes without your input. So I have yet to figure out how to really mark that so that the player knows that that's what's happening, because obviously it should be marked. They're not going to really, if a person is playing, they're not going to really understand that the character has made a decision based off of the player's input unless the game tells them or they play it multiple times. Excuse me. Anyways, so just to let you guys know, the game itself is currently sitting at a beautiful 33,900 words. That's without any of the commands. Including command lines is 36,908 words. This is probably also because all names, gender pronouns, and quite a bit is based off of command lines. So yeah, long story short, it's basically a game in which you start off the game as a young child growing up, and some pretty terrible things happen. You meet people. It is a romance story. It's just a very young adult genre romance story. It's not an adult romance story. The most that you'll probably have happen to you is kissing. One of the things that I wanted to focus on with this was to make it more obvious, because a problem that I personally have with a lot of these types of games, with either otomes or visual novels or dating sims, is that sometimes what an author thinks is really obvious doesn't come across that way to a certain reader or many readers, and that's just simply because we all process things differently when we read it. We can't hear a person's inflection, and we just simply can't understand. So I wanted to experiment with the idea of making it really obvious who you're going for. So there are points in the story where a character will ask you if you trust them or if you will listen to them. So it's 2 different characters that you can have a romance with, or neither if you so choose. And based on your choices, it's very obvious. It's like blatantly obvious. Like, do you trust me, or will you do what I say, kind of thing. So it's that's basically what that is. So I wanted to play with the idea of that, and also making it just like a more chill experience, I guess. So not quite so like, oh my god, I made the wrong decision and now I need to go back to the beginning of the game. I don't currently have save states in this because I never, initially I didn't plan to have saves, because there is a plugin, or I guess you could call it a plugin, that you can do where you can allow players to save so that if they make a decision they don't like, they can reload. But this isn't really that type of a text-based adventure. There aren't really decisions that you're going to feel that way about unless you're testing. I guess I could see the benefit of doing saves for testing, because then I can go back and check each and every excuse me. Sorry, this is really difficult. Each and every option. So maybe I will do it. It's just in the beginning, I didn't really want the type of game where you would feel pressured to need saves because you were worried that you were going to fail effectively. That's what that comes down to. And then I also didn't really want to tie a win-loss system into the stats. These are mostly like, the way that I thought about it was Dragon Age 2, where based off of decisions that you make, it just changes the way that Hawk sounds and talks, which I thought was actually kind of a neat reward in its own way, because it personalized Hawk to you. It gave you a Hawk that, you know, had a very specific personality and very specific mannerisms, and it could change every time you played Dragon Age 2, if you so chose, or not, if you didn't want it to. So that's kind of what I was going for there. I will post in the description the link to the playtest, so that you guys can check it out if you so want to. It's not this one. This isn't gonna work. It's this one. But yeah, I will go ahead and post the link to this if you guys would like to play test it. It works. I also have a Tumblr that I post updates to. I haven't posted an update recently just because past week has been a little chaotic ever since I finished finally this first path. One of the most important things that you'll come across is that, hang on, let me see if I can get there, is right here. You'll notice that there is this option where you choose your backstory as being the children of two successful affluent merchants, or an option where you were both orphaned. This one hasn't been written yet. This is actually my next step for writing this. So I'm not even done with chapter 1. Chapter 1, it's not done. Anyways, thank you so much, everybody. I'm so sorry I've been MIA. It's been a little difficult, and then I pushed myself a little hard trying to finish this because it took me a month to. I mean, to be fair, I wrote something like 30,000 words in the space of a month. So I guess, like, when I think about it like that, it's not that big of a deal. But I felt like I was taking forever on this, and so I just pushed really hard during 2 weeks ago, and then just basically died over the weekend. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I really appreciate y'all's patience. I'm very tired right now. It feels like allergies, but it could become a cold. I don't know. I'm just tired. I wanted to record tonight. I didn't get a chance yesterday. No, I won't. I'm too tired. Alright, I love you guys. Bye.